Super Bowl opportunities.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvey and Overshown. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the 2nd half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott under pressure. They got him again. T.J. Watt in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. But someone came to play today.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They were intercepted the first time they had the football. But
you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be.
Rolling to his right. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, 66 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Oh, not shit. Who?
And
Marlon?
Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
I can tell that's
Wilson going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
Marlon, he a funny character.
And they get it.
Does that not remind you of Mike Tomlin of a few seasons ago? Remember that when he started out the season, just this spate of going for 2 all the time and really making people understand we're going to be aggressive. We're going to come after you. That felt... Mike Tomlin coaching.
Didn't he do that when they initially moved the extra point back a little bit?
He certainly did. Started to play a little analytics there and also let people know I feel really confident with my offense on the field.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That nigga is he's stupid.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt. Now 2 sacks for him already in this first quarter of play.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
I'm sure they said that she can beat me in Madden. It's the funniest. I'm sure they said that she can beat me in Madden. It's the funniest shit ever.
Now Austin. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
I guess he was busy.
Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
Another interview. I wasn't too good.
Now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
So I worked in a restaurant, I can work as myself.
Play action. It's Wilson on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Going to be making them sandwiches.
From the gun,
and mess up on purpose, too. Just because if it's a fine and it's shorty for me to make the sandwich, that's over. Like this, actually. I'm gonna get your sandwich for like shit. Well, what's the number?
And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Counting down toward the mid.
What everybody been up to?
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here
He said
in the
that.
backfield.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They go play action now. Wilson.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked... Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get down to the 25 there. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. He's got this to Pickens. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right, because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to...
And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it.
Okay.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here.
There for the offensive line. He gets the sack. I don't know what else else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many
I'm gonna
times do we
get
talk to offensive coordinators and they
mad
see a
at
sack as a
on the
result
60
of everyone
for sure.
on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Here's Austin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. Yeah, the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give, running left is Harris. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside.
Speed up me out of bounds.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll run again with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Prescott. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
And taken right at the 35. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And some room to roam now. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and they would really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
Warren will try the right side, and he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
That's it.
Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris.
Got it. Got it.
And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as as they stop him. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and it really
Taff as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Prescott. Left side to Lamb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
Other teammates.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Finds Pickens out right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott.
Come on.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I'm going to cash out.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They run here with Dowdle. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been some.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about
he got
they've struggled so far.
6
They keep putting themselves
sacks.
in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. He's still on his feet. Mike Williams. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now.
Sack him again.
Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have...
This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field.
Haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Don't jump. Ready?
Got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Oh, shoot. It's over with, though. It's over with, though. If we get Lamar Jackson, then shoot, that's a wrap.
Boswell now
See
to
ya.
kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good
We're
shape.
gonna
as they
be
get
in
it out
the
past the
I feel
30.
like we're gonna be
Dallas offense
it'll be
set for this next
the
drive.
Eagles and
See if they can
and,
put this drive
and
in
the
the end
Steelers.
zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that
The
you're kind
Raiders.
of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Prescott going to keep again. Oh, Prescott
fumbled. Yep.
And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Dowdle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Rico Dowdle
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Fields.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
That's the bitch.
That is caught on the right sideline.
Caught it out of
bounds, says the line judge. The throw
Caught it
took
out of
him a little
bounds.
too far. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Play action. It's Fields.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And just shutting him off there. And he
Okay, time out.
back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters in.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. He threw the pick six a moment ago, and that his second of the ball game, unfortunately. So a few demons probably running through his head now as he starts on 1st and 10. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 64 yards. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw.
I was too late.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Give me that.
Oh, he tries to force
Thank you. I'm out of here. I just caught a pick. Oh.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw, Fields.
Hey, Pickens.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
Get ready.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
What's in here?
George Pickens.
Second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have sewn this one up as they add their lead here in the fourth. Well, they just
it's so bad on doing.
Do the scoreboard. We want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much
50
fun.
points on the board.
I think they'd love to be able to capture this game,
the scoreboard.
carry it with them from week to
Doing
week,
his ass
and be
on
able to execute
30
like this
seasons.
in all the rest of their games.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
My first.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I'll get my tattoo.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
throwing on second and long. Prescott, a short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Look at that. Lights.
And that is incomplete.
I did not catch that.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Yeah, here we go.
Fourth down, Prescott.
Give me that.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
I took it home. I took it home. Oh.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. They'll look to throw.
Pickens, what?
They don't get the 2-point conversion.
Oh, that's
here.
why.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. In this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now Prescott. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the
15 of sacks on the Cowboys.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the
crazy.
second. It brings up 2nd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steelers offense and George Pickens set to take over again, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
And the Steelers first down.
Harris running straight ahead. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Wilson going to throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Open man downfield is Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott from the gun.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Alex Highsmith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Well, the home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Wilson wants to throw it.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point now by Boswell.
Pew.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of
Close at 10. Oh, shit. That could be a close. Or, really? It's light. It's just lighthouse.
Quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
One last shot now for Prescott. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This is Joker signing off. Subscribe if you haven't. Give me 100 subs. When I reach 100 subs, I'm gonna drop a special video for y'all.